Hello, everybody. Well, welcome to Heart of a Hobbit here on Lotro, the Twitch channel lotro.tv/LotroStream. Sorry, I'm like, didn't even do my hair. I apologize, I'm a little bit late and I knew I forgot something. I was like, I hope I didn't forget anything. I did forget something, and that was to change out that 17 to be an 18. I wonder if I can do this on the fly. I just have to remember where it is. Oh yeah, anniversary diamond. All right, well, give me a second. Let's see if we can do this. I'm pretty sure I snagged it. Uh-oh. I'm not finding it. Hang on just a moment. So yes, as people are pointing out in the chat, it is Lotro's 18th anniversary, not 17th anymore. So we have moved on. Anything in here? I'm just looking up the number 18, and that is like giving me a few results. It's true. And I thought it would be in the folder where the rest of them are, but I'm not finding it. Give me a second. Now I'm like, well, now I want to find the darn thing. Because I want to fix it now that you're all pointing it out. But yes, it is Lotro's 18th anniversary, as you guys are pointing out. So let me see. And then here, I think we have a lot of subfolders for where we put things, and sometimes the subfolder I'm looking in is not the subfolder where I would be thinking I would find things, but I thought it would be right here. Well, then, all right, second try. Let's try here. And I will fix it so that way we have the 18 because it's pretty lovely. And I like having it, you know what I mean? It's pretty cool stuff. Okay, so where's the right thing to do this? Yeah, okay. That'll be great. Now, if I close that, try again. We'll just round to the nearest 18th. That's right. Let's see, properties, go find the thing I want. That will be great. Okay, we got one. Let me do the other one. Then I just have to resize them because I think I've got them saved perhaps a little small. That's okay. So here we go. You know, it's the magic behind the scenes. So I've got them saved as an item. It's really small. So let me unlock that and unlock that and make them bigger so you can see them. How's that, y'all? Aren't those pretty? I think those are pretty. All right, I'll just have to fix the one on the loading screen, but I'll do that later. But there we go. There we go. Yay! Oh, you know what? That one is a little out of place, isn't it? Because I've got the server information. Here, why don't you scoot over? I tried to drag it and move it. Apparently, it's not my day on that technology stuff. So my apologies for being a bit late. I was feeling a little tired this afternoon, as often happens before streaming. So I decided to lay down and take a short nap. And for some reason, that's exactly when the cats find me the safest. And they came and laid down right on top of me, which made it hard for me to get up and get things done. So unfortunately, I did have to move them off me, which I felt bad for doing that. But they seem to be recovering from the indignity of it all. So thanks for coming along, all of you who are here. So yes, Telerian says it's 18, but 17 for me. So 17 years for you. That is pretty awesome. That means you have been around Lotro as long as Green Dragon Friday, because Green Dragon Friday also is celebrating 17 years I think we're celebrating it later on, sometime this month. It's on the calendar. I put things on the calendar and then I don't have to remember when things are. But yes, we are. I know that it's celebrating 17 years coming up this month, and that is amazing too. I mean, it's just crazy to think that there are events that have been going on in the game for 17 years, and it's crazy to think that this is a game that's been going on for 18 years. How cool is that? So, all right. Well, let's get this party started. So I am here on the Meriadoc server, and I'm playing as my lovely Hobbit, who has been recently crowned as the May Queen by some of the Hobbits here on Meriadoc. So thanks for that honor. It's pretty happy. I'm pretty happy about that. It's pretty neat. I know it's a role playing thing, and you know, in the grand scheme of things, it may not mean much, but I'm pretty happy about it. So I have plans. I just need to implement said plans. I was actually going to talk to you before about something. Haven't gotten around to it. We were busy making other plans. So, all right. Oh, which means at some point I might want to change my dress. I've been wearing this dress for a little while. I was thinking maybe it's time to mix it up a little bit. Oh, I should do I still haven't gotten the baker's stuff. And I think I bought the stuff from the last festival, but my wardrobe was full, and from the spring festival, and so I don't think I got the stuff in there. I'll have to check. So yeah, lots going on there. Also, I should double check my Wenda. I have 2 days. Okay, we're good there. So I thought we would do some more anniversary festival. The anniversary festival usually runs for 3 weeks. Most of the festivals on Lotro run for 3 weeks, but they went and extended this one by a good margin, by like up to the 27th, I think. And today is the 6th. Yeah, so we've got like an additional 3 weeks or something like that. It's insane. But with all the chaos and things that have been happening, they're just like, we're just going to extend this thing. So I am still working through a number of things. So there's a number of things you can do at the festival. And okay, so this is what, let me just step away from the area, although it's not too chaotic right now. So we are here at the party tree. So we're here at the party tree. And I have such mixed feelings about this festival. I love a lot of the experiences that we get to have in this festival. The quests themselves, I do enjoy. I quite enjoy the quests themselves. What I don't like is the fact that there's no hub, and so you have to go all over the place, which, okay, maybe that is part of the idea because, you know, it's Lord of the Rings Online. They want you to explore and they want you to see different parts of Lord of the Rings Online, but I don't know, it's a little frustrating because there's not an easy way to get from one place to another if you're not a hunter or if you don't have a ton of travel skills. So I'm on my hunter, so I can show you like the easy way to do things, but we can talk through, you know, what other options you have, excuse me, if you don't have a hunter, and let's say you don't have all the cooldowns, because I have purchased all the cooldowns, so all of my travel skills take 5 minutes or less. I mean, my premium housing always only takes a minute, regardless of which travel skills you've purchased to reduce that time. So premium housing is always a minute, but let's say you don't have any premium housing. I have traveled to my personal home, and that's a cooldown of every 5 minutes. But what if you don't have that? What if you have regular 1 hour? Or maybe you don't even have a house. Now, I would recommend getting a house just because the travel skills make it really worth having. But, you know, maybe you just don't do that. Maybe that's not your thing. So, you know, yeah. So that's the kind of thing I'm like, well, how do you do this festival if you're, you know, with fewer travel skills? And the answer is not easily. But first thing you do is you go to the party tree and you talk to Waldo Rumble. Here, we'll put some names on. We talk to Waldo Rumble here. And he's going to give you your daily wrapper. And you only have to do 7 activities to complete the wrapper. So it's not like 10. It's not like some of the other ones. So at least there's that. But so yeah, so he wants me to go and do a bunch of stuff. Go do 7 things. That's not terrible. Now over here we've got his niece, Odelia. And if you talk to her, she's got a quest of her own. And both of them direct you to these scrolls. And when you click on the scrolls, it's going to let you pick from the quests on here that you have not yet completed. And they go in order. So if you've finished year 1, then year 2 is available. If you finish year 2, year 3 is available, and so forth. So I have finished a handful of things, and then I've also picked up a handful of things. But so for example, and you'll see that they have Eriador, blah, 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 and then they have just regular blah, blah, blah. They're the same quests. The difference is the Eriador ones are a much smaller area, region of the world. So for example, Eriador is going to be just this area, and it only takes you, you know, to like Trollshaws and the Shire and Erloon and so forth. But the regular one is all of this, and it can take you into places in Rovanian or Rohan, Gondor. You may have to go to Minas Tirith. There's none in Mordor, I don't think, but yeah. So, for example, the basic year 1 trifles, old foes, has you defeating a whole bunch of things. Let me see if I can find a better example. Let me think of one I'm currently holding on to. So I have year 9 travels, but I have Eriador travels. So the Eriador ones are easier, is what I'm saying. So like Eriador year 9 travels, I have to find a snowman in Erloon, the tallest cow of Buckland. Oh, I think I know who that is. Sandcastle in Avendim, Cat House in Breetown, I know where that is, and the Turtle House in Breetown. I'm not sure if you can get to that outside the instance. Okay, so all of that is listed. Can I see the Eriador year 9 travels, the non-Eriador? No, because I haven't done the non-Eriador ones. So like year 1 travels, Towering Monuments, there was an Eriador version. And the Eriador year 1 travels, Towering Monuments, would have been like Gather Remembrances, Visit Bounder's Bounty Statue, because that's in Mickledelving, High King's Crossing in Avendim, Falconer's Tower, I forget where that is. But then you get things like the Stone of Eric. That's far away. So no, that's not on the Eriador version. So like there's some of these that just are not listed on the Eriador version. So the Eriador one is, like I said, it's a smaller version. Sorry, I'm smelling like something's burning, but maybe it's just a neighbor cooking. So B4 says, yeah, not a hunter, make friends with one. And I'm really excited that Treebeard now has, I think, access to all the areas needed for the full anniversary quest line. Yeah, B4 has been helping us get through those. He's very good at keeping us on track for those over on Treebeard. That's why it's a real hodgepodge over here for me on Meriadoc, because I've just been doing the ones that I like, or the ones that are easy for me to do, and I'll get back to the other ones some other day. It's fine. So I've picked up some of these funky little quests that we can do. Like Eriador Year 10 Tales, I've been working on, and that one is all about Bilbo stuff. So I need to check what's on the mantelpiece in Bag End. I need to sing to Bilbo in the Hall of Fire in Rivendell, stand on a table near the party tree and give a talk. I can do that here. Okay, cool. Visit the Stone Troll's Glade in Trollshaws, and pull the wooden box out from beneath Bilbo's bed at Elrond's house. So theoretically, I can do all of those. Hi, baby. Cateau is still hovering. I think she's hoping I'll lay back down and she can lay back down on me. But that has not happened. Her dreams have not been realized. So she's kind of hovering. Let me see if I can make a bed for her. Hang on a second. I'm like sitting on the blanket. She wants to lay down on the blanket, but she wants to lay down on the blanket on my lap. And the blanket is hitherto not on my lap, but I'm fixing it. I'm fixing it, Cateau, and then you can sit on my lap. Come here. Come here, come here, come here. Okay, I'm ready for you. Hi, baby. Oh, here. There you go. She's like, your lap, it is mine. So, all right. So yes, I can Casper just came running in. I can do those. But let's start with the basics here first. Okay, so you pick up the quest from Waldo Rumble here at the party tree, but there are no quests, regular quests, to do at the party tree. You have to leave and go somewhere else. So that's the thing that I'm like, well, it'd be neat if there was at least one quest here. Like, that'd be cool. But okay, so we can go to, there's a place to shoot off fireworks nearby, the Methyl stage, so we could go do that. We could go to Bree, to Bree Town. There's some fireworks we can let off if it's night. There's fireworks we can let off around town if it's during the day. We can collect letters that are blowing in the wind. We can do a horse race in Bree Town, or we can do a pony race here in the Shire by outside of Mickle Delving. What else can we do? It's like right down here. Hi. Casper says hello. So Spartacus Washington asks, just curious, where in the epic quest is your character? That is a fantastic question, and the answer is all over the place. My character has mainly leveled from doing quests during festivals. So I haven't gotten my experience by questing through the epic line. What you doing? Casper's getting settled also. And then sometimes I would do a little bit of this, and then I would go and do a little bit of that, and then I'm all over the place. So here we can actually take a look at my quest log. So I'm currently in the middle of Epic Volume 2, Book 3, The Lord of Moria, Chapter 5, Volume 2, Book 3. Talk to Broger in the Chamber of Leadership off the 21st Hall in Zelamalek. Okay, so I was doing some stuff in Moria, apparently. Yeah. Bozy is worried by what he has read of Balin's fate in the Book of Marzabal and wants you to warn his cousin to be more cautious. Okay, so yeah, I've got that to do. And then I'm also in, so that's volume 2. Now I'm also in volume 3, book 11, chapter 1, Too Great a Need. I need to talk to Horn in Nona's cave in Wildermore. So, holy moly, I'm all over the place. And I've also done the wedding, I'm pretty sure, with this character, which is book 5. So I have a tendency with my characters to do a lot of festival, first of all. And so we do a lot of stuff in the Shire. I'll do some stuff in Erdluin sometimes, make my way into Bree, maybe go into the Lonelands and stuff like that, get to the Trollshaws, and then I kind of stall out a little bit. And so sometimes I go into Moria. And what I want to do with this character is I do want to go and do all of the epic stuff with her. I just haven't yet, and yeah. So, go through Rohan and go through Ravani and Gondor. I've only got into Mordor and then beyond a little bit of that, with one character, really. And we were rushing through it because we were on a legendary server that was about to close. So we were trying to get to some goodies that we could get, that we could earn on the legendary server before we were gone. I have spent a little bit of time in Umbar because I did use a Valar and I got my character up to level 140. And then we quested from there to 150. And we did that with my character, and then before did that with one of his characters. And so both of our characters are max level for the server. And the reason we did that is because we wanted to do the delvings, which are basically, if you do missions, you can add on an extra layer of difficulty, and that's called a delving. And so, and it gets you more of the legendary item reward track experience. And so I wanted to, kind of zoom through that as best I could. And so Befor's really good at doing that stuff with me. So we both got our characters up to 150 so we could do that, but we haven't been doing any of them on this server for a while. Well, what was Laurelin for me, which is now Meridoc. Now Now, I am up to box 58 here. So I got to 50, which was the Emerald Drakeling, and I probably used that for this character. And then there was also the 25, the Dragon's Hoard coffer. So I probably am carrying that, actually. I might have put it in the shared storage. Then if I can get to 75, that's the Glorious Memories of Gondor, which I'm kind of curious about. And then lastly is 100, which is the Water Buffalo family. So I don't know if I'm going to make it because there's only 2 weeks left of that, like 14 days and 22 hours. So like 15 days, basically, if you count today. It's going to be tough to get to level 100 with this character. But yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's possible, but it's not likely. What's more likely is we'll get there on Treebeard, and I'll get all the stuff on Treebeard. And then at some point, I will transfer a character from Treebeard to Meriadoc and just have them bring all that stuff over. That's my plan. Oh, hey, let's open our Hobbit present before I forget. We got a Tome of Tracking and for 50 Virtue. Okay, it's really funny because I'm a hunter. So the Tome of Tracking is not particularly useful to me. So I'm going to just toss that aside. My bags are really full right now. Okay, so hey, Spartacus Washington, where is your character or characters in the Epic Quests at this time? Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do what I normally do, which is look at my gorgeous little goat from the Spring Festival. Isn't he cute? But then we're also going to go to Bree. So this is what I normally do. So getting travel to Bree isn't too terribly hard. Most characters can get there. If you're a hunter, you can get your guide to Bree, which takes you in your fellowship. If you're a non-human, so Hobbit, like my character, anybody who's non-human can get reputation with the Men of Bree faction. And then they have a travel skill that you can buy from them with some reputation goodies. So that is another really easy way to get travel to Bree. Another one you can do is for 3 mithril coins, you can buy travel to Lalia's Market. And that is absolutely worth the 3 mithril coins. And you can buy that on every single one of your characters. Now, each of those, like the travel to Bree and the... here, I'm just going to grab this quest real quick. This is these 2 guys, and it only works during the day. It's called Sparking an Interest. So you've got to go around Bree. Here, let me show you the map. We have this zigzaggy map area, so basically the main road through Bree, where we need to set off, here we go, like this. You find an ideal location for some fireworks, and then you hop down and you place a firework, and then one of the NPCs nearby will say something like, aha, I'd forgotten how lovely these fireworks can be. I really should go see a show. Yes, you should. It's happening right behind your house, man. Oh, there's one. Let's go do that one. Yay. So yeah, so there's one in this area. There's one, often it's like over there or over here. All right, let's see who interacts with me for this one. Where are you? Oh, well, somewhere, Watchman Carden. Where's Watchman Carden? Is he way down there? He says, oh, actually, maybe Pete Shady Tree. Pete Shade Tree says, I should leave work early to get a good seat for the fireworks show. And Watchman Cardoon said, I hope you have a permit for those. Oh, is it the fireworks show tonight? Well, then carry on. So you can see on my map now, I've completed this area, and I just have to find some in this area. And there's 7 kind of locations, and you only need 6. But there's been something weird going on this year where the points where you do the fireworks, where you set it down like that, haven't been spawning. It's like on the stage is one location. I wonder if all these people are waiting around for one, because that's what's been happening. So like one on the stage there, one in front of this person here. So sometimes you'll have somebody standing here. So like these just aren't spawning like normal. Something is weird this year, and everybody's been kind of noting that. One right around this area is another place where you might find a spot to light some fireworks. So yeah, something's gone a bit off. So this quest has been a little bit more difficult to complete this year than normally. But normally you can get this done also. So let's see. B4 says, I spent a lot of time yesterday doing missions and got 8 boxes on the LI reward track, and I forgot the bonus, a legendary item, experience, XP, earrings. Oh well. Dame Hypatia says, hello everyone. Hello to you. Oh, Lolly's Mountain is now open and free. So, oh yeah, so if you get or let me pick up this quest real quick. So this is another quest you can get, and this is the one where you are collecting these letters that are flying around in the air. So some of them are flying, like this one. So let's just hop off our high horse and go chase a letter. So if you get just a little bit ahead of it, you can often get it. So they're like that, and then sometimes they are laying on the ground or up against something. Hang on. Let's see if we can grab this flying letter. Did I get it? All right. So let's see. Sometimes there's one, let me zoom in a little, behind here on the wall. Sometimes there's one over here on the wall. Sometimes there's one, wow, these are cleared out. Sometimes there's one right here in the garden. So those are just static. They just sit there. You don't have to chase them around, and you can just pick them up. Here's one. Yeah, this one on the stairs. So you just run over and you pick it up. And then after you've picked up a handful of them, you can choose to open them immediately, or you can, you know, make little stacks of them in your inventory, however you want to do it. And then once you have them, there in my inventory, you just right click on it and your character opens it, and I got an anniversary token. Now I'm trying to find 6 invitations. So there we go. I've collected 1 out of 6 invitations. And then open another one, and I've got an invitation, get another one, I got an invitation, and so forth. So once you get to 6 invitations, you can turn the quest back into him. But I'm going to keep rolling, and we can pick up more because it's handy to have them kind of stacked up. Sometimes when you don't have a lot of time for running around and collecting envelopes, it can be handy to have a stack of them. Now, okay, here's an ideal location to light some fireworks, so we'll do that. All right, I think Tad says something. Oh no, this person. This whole fireworks business seems a bit frivolous, don't you think? I do not. There's sometimes one there where you can light off a firework here. I'll tell you, this is a great place for collecting letters too, because, see, there's a fireworks spot. It was right there. And then that watcher is going to say something. Well, if this weather is suitable, I'll be sure to see the fireworks show in Bree. So there's a letter. There's often a letter or two floating around in this area. And then there's sometimes one like tucked between these houses. And then, yeah, one over here on the ground. So this is a good place to collect letters because there's not usually a lot of people over here. Now, don't tell anybody, though, about this, right? And then this little space between the houses is so cute by the town hall. And sometimes there's a letter here. I'm trying to think where else. Oh, sometimes there's one by the rocks, like on the ground over here. And over here on the wall. Hey, look at that. Sparkle, sparkle. Cool. All right, we're going to keep looking for places to set off fireworks. So sometimes there's a place to set off fireworks in the jail area, I think. There's one out here, but the one I always go looking for first is in this little courtyard, because there's often one right here next to these guys. And I love how they're like, fireworks, I was looking for something to do. Perhaps I should head to the show tonight. And I love the fact that these guys are just chilling out, having a chat, you know, having some drinks with each other and, you know, just being generally relaxed. And I'm like, I want a life like that. So I have, like, in the past few years been working on crafting a life where I can do that more often, because I'm like, I was a little inspired by these Lotro characters, NPCs. Isn't that hilarious? Okay, so another spot you might find fireworks to light is here, over there where that person just did one. Where else nearby here? Those might be the only 2 spots in this area. So I still need either one down here or one in the zone that's broken. Okay, it's not entirely broken, but it's just not spawning. Like if I hang out here, see that one just already respawned. Yeah, so B4 says, is it possible that when a fireworks place has been used, it's deactivated for a middle and it's more noticeable on Meriadoc? I would say that like that one just came right back right away. Like maybe it took what, a minute, and they don't all, like, it seems to be like with the ore nodes, like they kind of share a zone, and like only one of them will be popping, one or two of them will pop up in a zone at any time. But that zone there seems to be having some trouble this year, and that's unusual. But I understand that there's a ticket in for it because Cord did mention something about it on Friday, so I don't feel like I need to put in a ticket for it. Like that's already, they already know it's a problem. But my hope is that they'll, take a look at it or figure out what happened. I'm guessing, with something else that they were doing, that it somehow impacted that, which is a shame. So you can see some of these envelopes are respawning as we're going back, or have respawned. Now, if I've let off a firework in a zone, it's not going to show me the spots if they spawn. So for example, if you're on the quest and you haven't done a firework in this area, this might be showing for you, and that might be showing for you. They might be active right now, but I can't see them because I've already done this zone, so it's going to send me somewhere else. All right, so we're going to just keep rolling here. Casper is laying down up against me now. So cute. He seems to have forgiven me for forcing him off my lap when I had to get on to stream here. Okay, so yeah, like I said, normally there should be, one that pops up around here. The other locations are up the hill outside that person's house, or on the fireworks stage. Or on the stage. I've had success with the stage a couple of times. I've only seen this one, maybe, I don't know. I've hardly seen this one at all this year, which is really weird. But here, let's do some. I've seen the one outside that person's house a few times this year. So that's where I've been getting it, is outside the person's house or on the stage. This one's really rare right now. So, but let's do some more envelopes. So we'll just open up bag 4. So here we go. So I got another invitation. Oh yeah, so when you open these invitations, you could get an unwanted message, which is something you can just sell for cash. You can get a festival invitation, which is what we were looking for. You can get a festival token, which is lovely. Or you can get the toast emote, which when you use it looks like this. Drink, 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 and slam. So that's a great one. It is bound to account when you get it, but you can share it with with other characters that of your on your account. So like, I've just stuck a spare one in shared storage for any characters of mine that don't already have it. All right, so we did that. We're gonna get 2 anniversary tokens. Thank you. Let's run up the hill. Now I can't pick up the letters anymore. So even if I see one flying around, I can chase it for days, but I won't be able to find it. I won't be able to pick it up. See, look, we've got 2 people hanging out here waiting for that spot to come up. And I'm pretty sure all of these people are hovering, waiting to see if that one shows up. So yeah, something just ain't right. That's a shame. So we'll leave that for now. Now, one thing I've noticed is that because you cannot pick up the quest at night, that once it turns night, fewer and fewer people are looking for these fireworks spots. So that helps. We are 10 seconds to gloaming. Trying to remember. I'm going to put the bag away. If gloaming is nighttime. Boom, it is. Okay. Well, the good news is that these guys I think I just saw him jumping in the air. How funny. Are going to move to the outer perimeter of this area. And now this quest will come available. Looks like he's still thinking about it. There we go. All right, please be patient. The show will begin in just a few minutes. All right, so we can pick up the quest. I wonder if we can let off fireworks. What happens if I... So in the past, there was kind of like a, I don't know, a little hack in a way, that whatever the last firework was for the previous evening, before it became dawn, if you light off that firework, it counted. It was like, you've let off the right firework. And then the next time the fireworks started, so like now, if you let off that firework, it would be the right firework. So let me, all right, so like if we let off a green one, let's see what it says. Launched the correct firework. Neat. So let me try that again. Launch the correct firework. So it looks like that might still be going. So the fireworks thing is active. The fireworks announcer is not active yet. And we can just let off fireworks willy-nilly. And yeah, and apparently if we let off green right now, it is counting as the correct firework, which says to me that green was probably the last firework that was announced before it went to dawn, you know, earlier. Now, the thing you do have to be careful about is if you're doing this and then the announcer becomes active, he'll start saying like the next firework he wants you to do, and you might get caught out by letting off a firework just at that same time. So you do have to be careful. Keep an eye on things. But cool, we're up to 6. Got to get to 10. So this is 2 quests you can do in Bree, basically, because the fireworks up here, you can either do fireworks if it's night, or you can let off the fireworks for the hobbits during the day. But you have to, you know, if you're lucky, you can get both of them in, because, you know, you're here from that transition between day and night, or between night and day. And you could end up doing both. But generally, you know, it's probably safe to only count on being able to catch one or the other of them, if you're counting that for your 7 quests. All right, we'll let one more off. Boom. All right. Well, we got our 10 fireworks in, so we're going to turn that in. Thank you. Okay, so we've got the envelopes, and we've got fireworks A or fireworks B up here, right? One other thing you can do while you're in Bree is is you go do the horse race, because that's at the Breeland Festival grounds, and the horse is right here, or it's by the Prancing Pony. You can go to either one, and it'll take you here to the festival grounds, and that's nearby. And so I figure that's kind of still in the same zone. So basically, you can go to Bree and get 3 quests out of the 7 that you're looking for. 4 if you're lucky. Now, as B4 points out, if you do the festival instance, which we'll do here in a minute, the instance itself takes place basically where we just were in Bree, where those fireworks are being let off. But you can start that instance from anywhere in the world. You don't have to start it from Bree. It just happens to like be set in Bree. I'm zooming in a lot. I used to zoom out a lot for doing these pony races, but the server performance is a little off these days, and so there's definitely some stuttering that happens in here. So I'm trying to zoom in as much as possible, so there's less that it has to load visually. And that does seem to be helping. I'm getting less of the mega stutters. It was so funny because when Orcrist got overrun and had too many people. And they're like, well, go to Marriott because there's not as many people there, and you can have a better playing experience over there. I was like, okay, that works until we're full, and now we have performance problems. It's like, so I keep hoping that the people who came here because Orquist was full will find their way over to Grand. But I mean, once you're settled in, like, you don't necessarily want to go anywhere. So yeah, it's just kind of a bummer because now it's like, yeah, now we've got performance issues, and that's annoying. Well, hopefully they'll work on it, get it sorted out. Okay. So I have one more spot to drop off fireworks. I'm debating whether to do it right now. Another thing we can do is there's this thing called the gift chain, and it resets on, I think it might have either reset today. It resets on, I think, Tuesdays and Fridays. So it begins anew on Tuesdays and Fridays. So if you're in the middle of it, you're kind of sad. You kind of miss out on a resetting, I think. But there's like 7 different people that, like, you start with one of them, just pick one. And they are like, hey, I have this gift for this friend of mine. Can you take it to them? And then you take the gift to the person, and they're like, oh, thank you. That's so awesome. Hey, I have a gift. Can you take it to this person? So you end up making this little chain, excuse me, that starts with Waldo Rumble in Hobbiton. And he sends you to a guy at Thorin's Court, who then sends you to a guy in Thorin's Hall by the pub, and then he sends you to the guy here in Bree, who sends you to the woman Gail Catchpole, I think, over in Combe, and she sends you up to the Bounder up the stairs by the Combe and Wattle Inn, the Hobbit there, who sends you to a Hobbit in the Bird and Baby Inn over in Mickle-Delving, who sends you to Waldo. Oh, Waldo's not the right guy. That's the wrong guy. But sends you Dudo Chub over in Hobbiton. So that's the full chain. So it does keep you somewhat centered, and you can use like travel skills. Well, you can do like stable masters to some of them. So for example, I need to go to Mickle-Delving to drop off one because I was in the middle of it. So I need to, Constable Underhill, that's who was over by the Combe and Wattle Inn. So Constable Underhill gave me the small wooden carving to give to his friend Esmeralda Burrows, who's in Mickle-Delving. Now, I could take the stable master here. They have swift travel to Mickle-Delving. I can also just use my hunter travel skill in this case to go to Mickle-Delving. So I'm going to do that. But again, like, we're traveling from one place to the next, to the next, to the next. There's not a central place where you can do 7 festival quests. Okay, so I will pop in here. And she's right over here. So she says, I'm so happy I could dance, but then sometimes she does and sometimes she doesn't, and I don't know why. All right, deliver the hammer to Dudo Chub and Hobbiton, so we could do that. And because I roleplay over there a lot, I do have a travel skill, a milestone set to there. Now there's a fair point. B4 mentions that the Beer Brawl works as one place where you could do 7 quests if you are patient. That's true, because it comes around every 9 minutes. So it's a full 9 minutes for the rotation. So you would have to, wait. So 9 times 7, so 63 minutes. So in 1 hour, you could do the Beer Brawl. Now that's assuming you don't ever get knocked out or, fail it for whatever reason. All right, so now he wants to give me a dwarf shield to send to Ormer in Farron's Court. So this is where you could, if you didn't have a hunter and you didn't have travel skills to Farron's Court because you can get a travel skill to Thorin's Hall by getting reputation with them and then buying the travel skill with reputation. But let's say you haven't done that, because I do have characters that I'm doing the festival with that haven't done that. You can take the stable master back to Mickle Delving, and then, because I don't think, yeah, these guys don't know. Well, they know Eredluin, they could take me to Dooland, but that's not where I'd want to go. I'd really want to go north. So I could take the stable master from here to Mickle Delving, and then from Mickle Delving, I think there's a direct up to Thorns. I'll just take the hunter travel. Now, yeah, before points out that yes, the beer brawl works great if you're at your computer doing other things, like in his case, working on plugins, or if you're doing housework or are otherwise distracted. You go, you do the beer brawl, and then you wait. After that ends, you wait. Up to 6 minutes or whatever for the quest to come back up again, and then you go in and you do it for 3 minutes, and then you wander off. So here's the dwarf shields. We turn that into him, and then we pick up his goat horn that he would like us to give to Ranulf up the stairs. So we run back up the stairs. So we'll do that. Now with hunter travel, I could have just hunter traveled back to the top because it doesn't cost me anything. No hunter rations required here. But we want to pop into here, to the festival arena, where we see all the people participating in the beer brawl. But I want to just drop off this gift, which is in here. So I'm going to do that. Now I'm doing the whole gift chain as far as it'll let me go. It'll let you go to the point where you started the chain. All right, so we'll turn in this lucky goat's horn to him. And he's like, hey, I have this pint of ale. Can you take that to Roger Hazeltwig in Bree? And we say, well, sure, my friend, why not? I've got travel to Lalia's market. That'll be easy. So I just do that. So Lalia's market got redone, renovated, and if you haven't been in here, it's like, wow, it's pretty cool looking. But we're not going to stick around. We're just going to pop back out. But there's some cool stuff in there. Maybe I'll pop back in and show you something in a second. Yeah. Okay, so we're out here, and hey, while we're here, let's look for any of those festival fireworks spots in case one's popped up and somebody hasn't grabbed it. Although there's still people hovering around, so I expect I'm not the only one looking. Yeah, okay. Well, we'll look at that again in a second. But yeah, where we're going here is Roger Hazeltwig. Hi. So you give him the brew, and he's like, wow, Ranulf makes the best stuff. And then he's like, hey, I have a bracelet for my friend Gail Catchpole, who lost all of her belongings. Could you take that to her? I'm like, sure. I'm going to just double check again here, just in case. Now they're looking too. Yeah. It's just crazy how this is just not showing up so much. Not like it's supposed to. It is. Anyway, so, okay, so I need to go to Combe. And so normally what you do is you ride out this gate, ride this way, and you ride down the hill, and then you're at Combe. If you want to be, like, cheesy about it and you're a hunter, you can... It's actually faster to take the guide to Mickle Delving. Excuse me. And then ride up to the stable master. Who has direct travel to Combe.
Lovely day, isn't it?
It's very silly. If I had done that from Brie, it's not direct travel, it's not swift travel. It takes you, like, you ride the whole way, which is funny. But in this case, it takes me right here and she's right here. So I find that amusing. She's like, haha, hooray. All right, and then she has a pastry for us to give to the constable who is up the stairs here. Hi, Constable Underhill. So you give him his delicious pastry, and he goes, nom, 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 thank you. And then this must be where I started. He has a wooden carving for us to take, oh, right, yes, we just started there. For us to take over to his friend in Mickeldalving. So that's the whole chain. Hey, Sandy, howdy friends, a long time. It has been a long time. Hope you are good. So that's the whole quest chain. And yeah, so now I can't do any of those quests again until it resets in, I think, 3 days. So, yay! Sandy says, I'm great. Hope all is well with you. Yeah, doing pretty good. I dyed my hair. Well, I got my hair dyed. I didn't do it myself. Somebody else did this with my permission. Deep into the world of Oblivion. I have not played that. Thanks. I've been having fun with the space games again recently, so do a little bit of. I kind of flip back and forth, right? Do a little fantasy, do a little sci-fi, do a little fantasy, do a little sci-fi. So we've been, popping into the anniversary festival, which, by the way, goes on for an extra 3 weeks. They've added 3 weeks onto it. So if you were looking to get in on some festival time, you've still got plenty of time. So, all right, so we're gonna just kind of give up on this for the moment. But I am, just hop off. We'll go ahead and do that festival instance like before I was talking about. So you go into your instance finder, which is under that little hat down at the bottom, and carrot. And you go to, I just want to look at the stage in case it shows up. Go onto seasonal, and this is the anniversary. So then you click a flurry of fireworks, and let's just do it like super easy. We'll just do it at level 10. So we'll launch that and travel now. Before says, are you saying Lotro isn't sci-fi, but it has teleporters? Swift travel. I consider that a conceit of the game, the fact that it is a game. Excuse me. And they have to make it, because if I had to ride everywhere all the time, I think that would get, people would probably say, no, that was enough of that, thanks. Okay, so I have arrived, and I have one quest, which is talk to Gandalf the Grey. So Gandalf has for me currently 2 quests. The Sparkling Sparklers is an optional quest. It is a once a day thing. So once I, pick it up and complete it, if I come back and do this again with different sizes of groups, I won't have this. It just is the once. So, and his thing is, children have come to see the fireworks. Go give them some sparklers, because who doesn't like watching children have some fire? And then we are to carry these crates of fireworks along with a helper who is going to be somebody that we've encountered previously in our travels through Eriador. But first, we're going to clear some rings by giving child sparklers. And notice it's like kind of dusky kind of time here in the game, in the instance. So that's interesting. It says evening, 17 minutes to midnight, but I think that's in the actual game outside the instance. So I'm following the rings in my little mini radar here and finding all the children that way. The way this goes is we're going to end up going and kind of following this road up here at the top under that little 18. So we're going to follow the road. Oops. Oh, there is stuff going on down there. Oops, hang on. Pushing the wrong buttons. Maybe I need a valid target. Oh, I need a valid thing. Oh, and I don't have my... Hang on a second. Do I? Oh, I have all my stuff. Sometimes I don't have my stuff on because I've been playing music. Oh, you're a nosy hobbit. Oh, and then he knocks me out. He says, I have even more questions for you, and he wants to talk to me. I'm like, no, I gotta go. I gotta find these children and give them some sparklers. So yeah, so while I've been off wandering around giving these children sparklers and stuff, my helper guy is out there trying to escort the fireworks. I don't know if I can help him real quick. All right, is there a child here? Yeah, there is. Awesome. Yes, that's true. We do have like a little babblefish thing going on or something because, as B4 points out, everyone speaks the player's language for some reason, regardless of what what our person's native tongue is. Oh no, the Hobbit wants to have a chat with me. I can't get away. I was stunned again. All right, so that's 10 out of 12 sparklers to the children. The last 2 are up the hill. So what I usually do is I pop over here, Megavon, thanks, and finish beating up the bad guys if I haven't already. So we've got some some fireworks set out here, and now Gandalf has some more fireworks here for us to pick up and carry along. And he's coming along with the cart. And now Pengale is going to help us out. So we switch out our helper at every banner. And there is a deed for having been helped by each of the different, like 6, I think it is. But you only get credit for that if you're doing it on or near your level. And actually, I've probably already got the deed, but even if I don't, I'm not going to get any credit for it at this time because I'm doing it nowhere near my level. All right, so... Oh yes, don't worry, my family's prized sword is safe and sound. Right, that's that guy we had to go from like crate to crate and find his sword as he was being rescued. Goof. So notice the sky is getting gradually darker, and every so often something gets let off. All right, I haven't had myself a square meal since breakfast. Are you a hobbit? That's okay. All right, so here's Gandalf and the cart. So we've dropped off some more fireworks. Notice there's some more littering along the fence there. It is I, Lalia. Your prince, haha, I jest. That's great. So yeah, so we have fireworks along the wall here now. Thanks for returning from my cloak to my paw. You're welcome. Oops, forgot to keep following you. I was in a terrible state. In the Barrow Downs, ghastly figures were everywhere in the mist. Like these guys. This is why I do it on like such an easy level, because I just want to like zoom through it and get credit for doing the instance and not here for the combat. All right, we were lost and Butterburst stories became more than real and more than I imagined, than I bargained for. That's true. Okay, so now we've made it here, and she's like, oh no, I forgot the show hasn't started, and I let off the fireworks already. So we have to stop these lit fuses, because now they're trying to let off these fireworks that are in the area. And yeah, if we don't catch them all, they'll let off some of these fireworks that have been placed up here. But we successfully stopped all the fireworks from going off early. So yay us. With the fireworks finally secure, the fireworks celebration can begin. It just suddenly turned night. Fireworks are starting to go off. But we got to go back down partway to Gandalf, who's waiting way back over here. And he's like, well done, now let the celebration commence. So his ring pops up to let you leave, but before you do that, well, first of all, you can stand around and check out the fireworks display. That's kind of fun. Because they're letting off all these fireworks, which is cool. But also there is this fireworks chest here, and that will give you the festivity tokens, which are the special tokens that you get from the instances in the different and the different festivals. That's the only place you can get these festivity tokens. And then you got to talk to Verbena Greenhand to spend those tokens. Oh, actually, in this festival, it's different. Hang on a second. Let's talk to Gandalf. Oh, that quest that I said that was just a daily, when I talked to the 12th child, it automatically completed. And so I got my festival tokens from that. So that went like poof, automatically. Excuse me. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Somebody woke up. Yeah, Sandy, I was late in getting started because the cat, I laid down for a few minutes, take a little nap, and the cats were like laying on top of me, and it was super cute. And I just couldn't like bring myself to kick them off, so I was late. There's a fireworks location. No, not the mailbox. Kabam! So exciting. Yay! Well done, Rosenbloom. I must see what else this show has to offer. Yay. All right, we're gonna mount back up and go turn that in to the hobbitses. So that's the cool thing is if you've got the quest, if you complete it, even though it's nighttime and you can't pick up the quest, you can still turn it in. So at least there's that. So yay, and I got another token. Oh yeah, I was gonna show you the vendors are in Bree. So you pick up the quest by the party tree, and that's where you also turn it back in to get your daily wrapper. The vendors, though, they're not hanging out at the party tree. I don't think they're there. They definitely are. The main hub for the tokens and bartering is here in Bree. So, you know, just off from the Boar Fountain and stuff. So you can see the some of the previous year's ponies. So we've got the Green Dragon Inn. That was last year's theme. This year's theme is the Baker's Delight. So there's the Elk of Baker's Delight with that really cool cake on it. Some other ponies, horses from previous years. You've got the fireworks laden steed here. And then there's also a teal version there. Let's see, which one's this guy? Anniversary Steed. That one's Anniversary Steed. And there's some cosmetics that match that really nicely. This one's the Steed of the Woodland Realm. And there's a really nice cloak, I think, that matches that one. Hey, buddy. We've got a Casper who has returned. You're just off screen. It's too bad. Yeah. That's right. He's getting himself all comfortable. Oh yeah, the Windfell's goat is so pretty. That's one of my favorites. I like that one a lot. The Steed of Odogil, there's a cloak. Oh, and a robe that matches that nicely. The Unflagging Dragon, there's an outfit set, an armor set. That's actually kind of fun. Sometimes I put that on a Hobbit if I'm just being silly. So you could talk to this guy, and he just sells the horses, ponies, and from him you can also get the war steed pieces that they have available. Now he has like this year's steed, and then he has previous year's steeds listed for the festival tokens, but if you go far enough back, they have been moved into the mithril coin zone. So then you would have to buy them for mithril coins instead of festival tokens. So it's one of the reasons why you might want to get any mounts that you can for festival tokens when they're available, because once they've converted over to mithril, once they're old enough, they convert to mithril, and that's, you know, that takes a while. You have to buy mithril and do that whole thing. Somehow I don't have the Steed of Crystal Resolve though, and so I think I'll go ahead and grab that just so my character has that. Okay, but then on the other side, here in the middle, this guy, this Games Master, any Games Master you find, they're the ones that have like all the goodies. So this year it's the Baker's Delight stuff. So we have an elk, we have a cub. Oh, excuse me. Check out this outfit though. Look at that hat. That is something, isn't it? And then the jacket. I love the sleeves. It's just so fun. And then there are shoes that go with it. Cute little shoes. So that's this year's outfit, which is actually, it's kind of whimsical. I kind of like it. So I will probably get it, maybe not the shoes, but definitely the hat and the jacket at some point. And it dyes up. I've seen people playing with the dyes. Let me see if I can remember. Like, there's in red, but that's maybe like, you know, black. Look how striking that is. But I like the original color actually. It seems to like kind of lend itself well to the gentler colors, although the orange isn't bad. What is the default color? It's like a turquoise or something. Ooh, look at that turquoise. Oh, that's cool. What about the hat? How does that look when it's like dyed? Oh, it's just the piping on it. Okay. Oh, let's see. If I do the hat in turquoise, how does that look? That's cute. Oh, I was kind of curious what the whole thing looked like in yellow. One of the characters that Will plays with a lot wears yellow all the time. Wow, that is something in yellow in it. There's a sea blue. That's pretty. Airline blue. Wow, that's intense. Purple's probably a little intense. Yeah, I think the way that, since they made it with a kind of the lighter colors, I think it looks nicer in the lighter colors. Anyway, all right. So there's that. Oh, and then he's got currently 13 pages of stuff. So, you know, if you're looking for something specific, it's probably a good idea, because there's, let's see, I like they do this is a kind of a newer thing where it's current rewards. And so it's, you can scroll through and be just like, okay, what is available this year? You know, because they're like, I've seen everything already, right? Let's say you do the festival every year and you've already seen it all. At least this way you can kind of just skip to just what is available that's new. So that's cool. What else we got? We've got cosmetic rewards older, and I'm pretty sure I have all of these that I want already, so I'm not too worried about that. Oh, here, let me show you some unflagging dragon stuff though on a Hobbit. And the cloak. Yeah, check that out. Like, rawr. Fierce little Hobbit. It's so cute. Oh, Maxta says that outfit will go well with my cook trade. I know, right? The baker's thing is really cute. I like it. Oh, here's something I like is the backpack with the fireworks. I like that one. I think I have that in my wardrobe. I better double check though. Let's see. Teal spark makers. So let's look up spark. Oh yeah, cool. I've got regular and teal. So there's the regular one, and then there's the teal one. Cool. I thought I'd gotten those before. So, and then let's see what else. Oh yeah, there's the cloak of the Odegil and the robe that match that mount that we were looking at. I think those are really pretty. I think that's a nice one. I don't wear it often enough, but I think it's pretty. And then, oh yeah, you can get the Bardic fiddle and the Traveler's Trusty fiddle from here. Well, there you go. You can wear the cake topper if you don't, if you want to be a cake. There's also the, be a present. Regular cake topper, decorated cake topper. Cloak of the 5th season? Huh. Oh, it's got some elvish stuff on it. What else we got here? And then let's see, cosmetic rewards. So that's a whole nother category. Now some of these will have overlap. Like for example, the Baker's Delight stuff has been also duplicated into the cosmetic rewards. So I think what they do is they have like the new stuff alone, but then they've also put it into the categories where they belong. So that way in the future, you know, it's already there. So let's see. We've got Eagle Fireworks. Oh, here, these finely wrought carving torches. These and another one I'll show you in a minute. So this one says, using this item will allow you to carry a finely wrought torch to light your way for a time. If you've done, I think it's 300 of them, then you have it as a permanent skill. So let's see. So there's an Elijah says, I have the best name to be the god Hermes. Well, but there's no Hermes in Lord of the Rings Online. So that's cool, but it wouldn't be very, you know, like it wouldn't fit. Okay, so let's see. What do we call this? Torch? Yeah. So finely wrought carrying torch. So I have done it like, I bought like 300 of those and then did them over time. And then I have now the permanent skill, so I can show you. So now I'm carrying that torch. And I've got like a little bar, and then I can just click on the bar, and it's like, are you sure you want to abandon? And I say, yeah, I'm good. I don't need to carry a torch anymore. So that's how you can get rid of that. So anyway, so this is where you find that particular item. Let's see, and that's in the other. And let's see, housing rewards, a whole bunch of stuff here. We've got 2 pages of stuff here. Oh yeah, the fireplace of the Dragon's Hoard and the fire pit of the Dragon's Hoard. Those are really awesome. Those are really worth getting. The toy windmill and then the windmill, those are here also. Oh, the purple Moria crystal. That's those are nice housing items. I haven't played around with the explosive fireworks cake. It says, while this looks quite explosive, it is actually quite safe. To say so. What else? So we've got, yeah, some other fireworks themed things. Oh, and the green dragon, because last year, I think it was last year, the theme was green dragon stuff. Oh, Tellurian says both torches are only 150 to get the permanent torch. Oh, maybe I was thinking 300 because I was doing 151 and 150 the other. Maybe that's what it was. But last year, okay, so you can get a green dragon in bar, like a bar that has some various things on it. And then you can get a green dragon in keg, which you drink it and it teleports you away. The dining table of Baker's Delight has this gorgeous cake in the middle. It's got this big white tablecloth on it. It's really quite pretty. I saw it the other day at somebody's house. So that's really cool. Oh, so the festivity tokens that we were talking about earlier. This guy has taken on Verbina's job for the anniversary festival. So if you get festivity tokens from the instance like we did earlier, then you can spend those with this guy, which is really good because you have a cap of 40 festivity tokens. And so you want to be able to spend them if you can. So he's got some cosmetic weaponry, staff, spear, dagger, etc. He's got the Tome of the Merry-Making Hamster, which I have. You can get a green dragon in tankard. It's a cosmetic held item. Explosive fireworks thrown. It says, while this looks quite explosive, it is actually quite safe. You can say so. Let's see. Tome of the Tricolor Corgi. Apparently I don't have that yet. Some banners. Sparkler to hold, I believe. Oh, yeah, it's a held item. A crate of fireworks. This one says, watch out for open flames. This messy crate looks like an accident waiting to happen. Some more banners, streamers. Yeah, so that's the stuff you can spend for with festivity tokens this festival. And then the anniversary steeds are also listed again here, but I don't know that he has the same full list. No, he doesn't have the full list. He doesn't have as many listed as the steed guy. Essences, and then cosmetic pets. So you can see all the cosmetic pets through the years from the anniversary festival, and most of them you can get for festival tokens, but occasionally there'll be one that you've got to spend mithril for. Like there's a fireworks corgi, and that one is mithril only. But you've got like beavers, you've got kites, all sorts of good stuff. You know what? I don't have that beaver one. We're gonna get that. I'm gonna go ahead and read that right now. What else we got? And then I was thinking I should get that. I should probably go ahead and get the Baker's Delight cub, I guess. He's wearing a little hat too. Here, I'll show you the cub. Hang on a second. Let me move out of the way so I don't bring out this cub right on top of somebody. So, cosmetic pets, cub, Baker's Delight cub. There you go. His name is Tort. And there he is with his little hat. His face looks weird to me, though. He looks like needs some sleep or something, or I don't know. He's got the mange. I don't know. I'm always a little worried, like, is this guy safe? Well, he's probably not safe. He's a bear cub. Let's see. So that was the cosmetic pets, and then anniversary steeds for mithril. Oh, I guess so. He probably does have all the same stuff, just separated into two categories. Now there's, yes, and then he stands up on his hind legs every so often and does that. So then there's one other barterer here that's worth talking to, and that is the Keeper of Gifts over here, Angeline Green Pasture. And she has, as somebody just mentioned, Armalas over in the chat, steel tokens. So during the festival, you know, hang on, we need to dismiss the bear. He's a little too excited, buddy. We're going to bring out a cat somewhere. I brought out a cat. Okay, cool. Hold on a second. Yes, I have a cat. We should not be hearing a bear. Okay, cool. Sorry. During the anniversary festival, while you're out and about and defeating things, especially defeating things around your level, you will earn steel tokens. So it'll just be like, you take out something, oh, boom, you've got a steel token awarded. And these go into your wallet, and they are, I think, then bound to the server. I don't think they're individual to the characters. Actually, hold on. Those are white. Oh, it is character specific. Okay. All right. So you can't even collect them all together. So they're like festival tokens, I guess, in that respect. That makes sense. So it's not a bucket for all of your characters on the server. They are specific to your character. So, for example, this character has earned 9 steel tokens. Well, I currently have 9 steel tokens. I may have earned more than that over the course of my existence, but I currently have 9. And one of the things you can buy with them is the other carrying torch. So the simple carrying torches, oh, you can't equip it. I can't show you, but so the one carrying torch, it basically has like a metal grate around it, and then the other one is just like wrapped stuff on a stick, and that's on fire. So yeah. So as Armalis points out, simple carrying torches here require 150 steel tokens. Well, it requires steel tokens. It costs you 10 to get 5 torches, and you need 150. So actually, I would need 300 then, right? Steel tokens in order to get 150 carrying torches, and then you do them all, and then you've got the permanent skill. So I am not getting steel tokens on this character, as you may have noticed. So I may be a while. But some other things you can get the Baker's Delight fireworks, which look kind of cool. Green Dragon Inn fireworks. And these are just individual fireworks. Like you get a pack of 5 and you let them off. I don't think these are permanent skills, but I'm not actually 100% sure. And then, yeah, so there's a handful of fireworks. You can get a fireworks recipe, and your scholar can use that if that's something you want to do. And then there's a handful of cosmetics here. So some hauberks. There's a quiver, a couple quivers. There's the rugged one. You can get the circlet of men, but I think you get that out of somewhere else too. But anyway, there's the turquoise summer circlet. That one's actually cute. I like that one. Some more cosmetics-y stuff. These are, let's see, that's the common short sleeve dress, fine, dwarf make, short sleeve tunic and trousers. Oh, that's a good one. I like that one. A lot of hobbits use that one, and it's really great because the chest color, you can change the color of the shirt, and so you can dress different people differently, which is kind of fun. Let's reset that though, so that doesn't impact that. There's the Corsairs tunic and trousers. We got a common waistcoat. There's the fancy version. Forester's hauberk, scaled, mariners. Got some more quiver action. Elegant, sturdy, and oh yeah, the dwarf made circlet. So I actually have all of the things from here that I want. I just wanted to show you what kinds of stuff they've got. Fancy robe. And some of these, I believe you can get in the Yule Festival, maybe? I think there's some duplicates. But there's the short sleeve elven dress. Oh, there's the elegant short sleeve dress. Exquisite short sleeve dress. There's the common without sleeves. Plain short sleeve tunic and trousers. It looks kind of like pajamas. And that lent itself really well to some role-playing stuff we did a few years ago for the there's a Yule calendar, and there's like a video that gets done every year, and that one was useful for that. This is the elven tunic and trousers. Another fine waistcoat, different kind, sleeveless elven tunic. And then we get some boxes of festival tokens. So if you have tokens from another festival and you're short on tokens for this festival, you can find someone who will barter them with you. So this person will do it. There's a person at the party tree. She's there all the time. And she'll do that. Also do the trading with you. So let me show you how this works. So basically you're like, hey, I have 900 spring leaves from the Spring Festival, and I'm good on the Spring Festival for right now. I mean, it just happened anyway. So I'm going to turn in 10 of my Spring Festival tokens to the keeper here. Let me pull up the thing. So I'm going to barter that off. So she gives me this box of festival tokens. Now I can just sit on it. Now it's bound to me as a character, so you can only switch things within your characters. Hey, Commodore says, hey, it's the May Queen. Hello. Indeed. Oh, I feel like I should have a thing like in real life. That'd be hilarious. One of the things for the May Queen, the Hobbit stuff that I was talking about earlier, is you wear a floral crown. So I'm wearing a floral crown in the game, but not out of the game. Not today. Although I might make some for later on for June. Anyway, so I've traded this box. I've traded away some tokens, and I've received a box. So this box, I can, like I said, I can just sit on it. I can do nothing with it if I want to. But if I choose to, I can open it, and then I can choose what I want out of the box. Now, it's not necessarily, equal returns, because you can see, for example, I spent 10 spring tokens to get this spring leaves. And if I were to get spring leaves out of it, it only gives me 6. I could spend 10 anniversary tokens, but it would give me 6. So, you are kind of receiving a little bit less than what you spent, but it is a way to convert to what you're looking for if you're short. So for example, I will go ahead and convert this to anniversary tokens. I'm usually short on anniversary tokens. Because it only gives you a couple each of the quests. So yeah, that is pretty much all of the vendors here. Now here's a funny thing is, let me go to Mickle Delving. So we were traveling through Mickle Delving the other day, and I was surprised when I phased in. Dun, 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 dun. I was like, hey, wait a minute. Who are these guys? These guys aren't normally here. Well, it's a games master and a keeper of gifts, and I hadn't even noticed them there. So you could do the same thing with these guys that we were just doing over in Bree, mostly. Like this guy has, 13 pages of stuff. So he's got that long list of all those various things, just like the guy who was sitting on the boxes that we were talking to over in Bree. And then the keeper of gifts, he's got the stuff for the steel tokens. So you can come over and talk to this guy. He's got the 3 pages of the steel token stuff. So that was kind of cool just to discover they were standing there. Also at the beer brawl, let's pop over there because I have all my quests. So I've done 7. We've done at least 7. So we can turn that into Waldo Rumble at the party tree anytime. There we go. So if you are at the, I keep calling it a beer brawl, is that right? Or the keg thing. All right, so this is the guy where you get the quest for the beer brawl, glorious beer, whatever it's called. But if you go to the other side right here, this guy, there is a games master here, and you can talk to him, and he's got that 13 pages of stuff. Now, the steel token guy, though, I don't think he's here. Yeah, that's a server. I don't think so. I think he's just got, he's got like brews of the time. And if I go, in here, I don't think, what you doing there, silly cat? She keeps wandering around my lap. I'm not sure if she's getting up or if she's resettling. Oh, okay, she's getting up. I'm gonna move my legs then. We're gonna move the legs a little bit. Sorry. Yeah, and I think in here, Tavern Keep, Healer. Yeah, I don't think we've got the steel token guy in here. In fact, we don't even have like the In League or Ale Association, which is too bad. This is like the one festival where they don't show up. It's kind of weird. All right, well, let's hop over to the party tree at least and turn this in. So, yeah, to the hill. To the hill. So I was thinking we could do a little bit of one of the scavenger hunt things while we're out and about. So first we'll go turn this in to Waldo. And this is our daily wrapper. So he's like, hope you're having fun at the anniversary festival. It looks like you're having a swell time. Have some rewards. And come back tomorrow and I'll have more for you. So let's see. I'm currently working through the over wrappers. So I'm in the middle of a yearly yield final. So you do the daily thing 3 times and that finishes a yearly yield. And I did the beginner and then the intermediate and then there's the final, something like that. So I'm working on those right now. And then you also, when you finish a yearly yield final, then you also get some other goodies as well. So yeah, it looks like there's 9 days worth of each of those. So, hey, it says a fireworks show is about to begin at the methyl stage. So let's pop down there and see if anybody is there, although I may be too late. That's been one of the great things about doing stuff with other hobbits on on Meriadoc is because at least once a week, we often will go over to, and after Green Dragon Friday, and we'll go and let off fireworks together. So you can pass that quest. Because, I'll show you the stage, what I'm talking about. Basically, you pick up the quest and then you wait. And then the guy basically says, okay, go. And you start lighting off fireworks on the stage. They're all placed around there. You interact with those fireworks. You don't do your own. And you have to let off enough fireworks that it impresses the audience. Now, this isn't audience participation. It just kind of has like a quota in its head. And if you succeed in that, then you succeed in the task. Okay, there's nobody else here. Yeah, I would be alone. And it'll begin in 1 minute. Well, I'll show you how it works. Oh, wait. Speak to me if you'd like to participate. Well, I would, but you have no ring, my dear. Here's another fun thing about this, is it's a serious business zone. So you'll see I can't, like, if I try to cheer, nothing happens. Can't do anything here. But I could, like, if I back out, let's see, where does it start? Like about here. So once you get to the stairs, you're in the no funny business zone. But if you step just, there we go. Now I'm out of it. So I could, like, now I can cheer. Isn't that so funny? Well, Milo, I would participate, but you won't let me. I'm so sorry. That's okay. No worries. Basically, you let off these fireworks and that are laying around here on the stage. One person cannot possibly let off enough fireworks to complete the quest. And I don't think it's possible with 2. I'm pretty sure I've done it with 3. But when you have an entire stage full of people, definitely you're good. But yeah, it's the sort of thing where if you want to do this quest, you really want to grab, a couple other people if possible. So, all right, well, looks like ain't nothing happening. So we'll just go ahead and step off the stage. No worries. All right, so let's see, which ones do we have here? We could do the Bilbo stuff. Check what's on the mantelpiece. We could do that one. Yeah, okay, let's work on that. So let's go back to, let me remove that and remove that. So we can just focus on what we got here. All right, so we want to check on what's on the mantelpiece in Bag End. Yeah, okay, so let's go back to the party tree. Hunter travel, woo woo. It's handy. Okay, and we want to go up to Bag End and look at what's on the mantelpiece. I wonder what it could be. Hi. It's a Cateau. Are you on the mantelpiece, Cateau? You look sleepy. Oh, I didn't make it over the fence. All right, we'll try just going around. It's fine. I assume they'll let me in. Yep. Is that the oldest? Verdold asks. Yes, Cateau is 11, as far as we know. And Casper is 9. It looks like there's an envelope on the mantelpiece. Nice. It is an envelope here on the mantelpiece, if you must know. Well, no, here it is in my pocket. Oh, it is in, yeah. Yeah, that's odd. Indeed. All right, now, who's the boss? I would say she is. She's the older one who is smaller. She's about 4 kilos and he's about 6. And she bosses him around. Now, he will give, like, if she's being a butt, he'll give it back to her. And then she complains sometimes, and it's really funny. All right, we need to stand upon a table near the party tree and give a talk. So will this count? Let's try this one. Yes, it does. I don't know half of you as well as I'd like, and I like less than half of you as well as you deserve. Isn't that right, Kato? Yeah. But they're both pretty snoozy right now. They've been enjoying just kind of chilling out. All right, we need to sing to Bilbo in the Hall of Fire in Rivendell. So let's mount up and travel ourselves over to Rivendell. Yes, Commodore 78. Yes, a repeat of my coronation speech there. Do you know what's funny is I didn't write that down, and I probably should have. I'm not sure if anybody recorded it or anything, the event, so I can remember what in the world did I say. It was so funny. I don't usually get nervous about like public events, speaking in public, all that sort of thing. It's usually pretty easy for me. But for some reason, I was like so nervous about the May Queen stuff. And I really wanted to win. And I was feeling the same way last year and I didn't win. And I was actually really disappointed. So I was like, okay, got to temper the expectations a little bit. It's going to be cool. It's going to be cool. And so, of course, I have thoughts and ideas and whatnot of what I want to do. And yeah, do more, lyrics writing and poetry writing and stuff like that, and encourage other people to do the same. I think it's kind of nice when you have other people kind of like encouraging you to do the thing that you want to do. That helps. All right, we need to sing to Bilbo here. He said, if I had the cheek to sing of Arendelle in the house of, oh gosh, can't talk. In the house of Elrond, it was my affair. Okay, we need to find the Stone Troll's Glade in the Trollshaws. Hey, that reminds me, where am I in my, oops, not that one. Not that one. Quest log. Nope, quest log. There you are. Where are we in our Ballad of Bilbo Buffin? An author absent. Bring the map of the mountain tunnels to Spalvey and the southern high pass. Oh, okay. We're up in the Mistlands. Yeah. Okay, not Mistlands. Misty Mountains. Getting my games mixed up. The Mistlands is Valheim. The Misty Mountains is Lord of the Rings. Yeah. Well, last year, Miss Tiva was nominated. It was pretty hard to win against her. Indeed. Yeah. No, it all worked out. It's all great. It was just kind of funny. So anyway, so when Nanny said it was me, all of a sudden my mind just like went blank. And I was like, I just like went with what was going on. And then afterwards, while the music was playing, the first song, I messaged her and I was like, hey, can I say something? Should I say something? Is that okay? I was like, totally blanked out before. Is it too late? Is it okay if I say something? And she was like, yeah, totally. So that was really sweet. Yeah, so then I was able to say a few words, and that was lovely. It was pretty funny, though. All right, so we do need to go to the Trollshaws, though, and oh boy. Let's go find a stable master. I'm trying to think of which camp is the closest to where I don't actually know specifically. I don't know precisely where that Stone Troll's Glade is in the Trollshaws. I don't think it's on a map, but we'll check here in a second. If I have to, I can go online and look up the coordinates and then figure it out from there. Okay, so I guess let's look at a map of the Trollshaws first of all. And okay, it's off of this main road, and it's south of that main road. What's this? Aaron Singor, Minas Agor. Nope, none of this is obvious, is it, for Trollshaws, for trolls? All right, so where does one find trolls in the troll shaws? That is the question. So I need to find the Stone Troll's Glade is what I'm looking for. So if I was a Stone Troll Glade, yeah. It's located in a narrow passage between Nan Toreth and the North Trollshaws. Well, let's just get coordinates here. Oh, it's north of the road. Well, that's probably why I have a hard time finding it. So apparently it's... Oh, is that it? Oh, it is on my map. So if we were to go to Barakin's camp, that ain't bad. Or Thorinhead. What do you think, Kato? What's your recommendation? Barakin's camp or Thorinhead? So Barakin's camp I haven't been to with this character since they reset, and same thing with Thornhead. Well, we'll spend a mithril and just go. And then maybe we'll wander a little bit while we're there anyway. Yeah, thanks, Commodore. Yeah, I'm all over the place. Yeah, it's fine. This is fine. I would say that like the dye made my hair in my scalp, made my head goofy, but now I was already this way. So, all right, let's meet a new stable master. Hello. Yay. Now we know how to get here. All right. What's the ring? Oh, I probably have a lot of quests I haven't done in the Troll Shaws. Yeah, I was thinking about this the other day, and I'm like, I think about this periodically, about how, like, maybe I want to come in and do more questing with this character and kind of, like, fill in the gaps, you know, of what she hasn't done, like, go to the places she hasn't been, that sort of thing. But then I'm like, I don't know if I don't know. Oops, I am totally going the wrong way. Hang on a second. We want to go that way. All right. I feel like I have done it again. I have. Okay. We want to go west. Try to go west. Oh gosh, look how gorgeous those trees are. How did I not notice that recently? I think I just don't come to the Troll Shaws very often. I get lost in the Troll Shaws. I know this will be shocking to you. But yeah, I get turned around and I get a little bit lost in the Troll Shaws. So the first time we came to the Troll Shaws, I was playing a dwarf. I was playing my very first character, who was a dwarf. And, hey, it's a stone troll. It's a troll. No, he's not made of stone right now. And I was frustrated because, like, we'd be running around through here, and this is what I see. And I'm like, I can't see a dang thing. I don't know what I'm doing. I can't see anything, like that sort of thing. I was all, you know, and then like, it's very hilly in here. It's not very flat, right? There's a lot of topographical stuff going on. So I'm like running through at normal, and then I'm like, well, I can't see the thing. I hadn't quite learned how to like adjust my camera on the fly as easily as I do now. I'm way better at that now than I used to be. So that really helps. Excuse me, scavenger. But yeah, I found it really hard to get around and frustrating because I couldn't see. I just was so frustrated. So I switched to playing an elf because then I could be above the shrubbery and I could see what I was doing. And so I played the elf for quite a while, actually. That was Narna. And she's still active at times. Actually, I've named a number of characters Narna, so I have multiple Narnas going at this time that are all elves or high elves. And they are definitely above the shrubbery in the Troll Shaws. Yeah, Commodore points out, I try to do everything, every quest and deed with my main character, but it is an endless job. I agree. My completionist character, hello, we have visited. So it says, to think that these were the very 3 trolls Bilbo had told of. Hang on, let me read the rest of it. Turned to stone while quarreling over how to cook 13 dwarves and 1 hobbit. Look at these scary guys. He's ready to pick you up off the ground. So scary. Oh yeah, so my actual completionist character is over on Treebeard. And so because before is, that's where his completionist character is also. So when Treebeard opened, we went ahead and started new characters there, and we decided those were going to be our completionist characters because Treebeard is slow, it's drawn out, so we have the time to go through and do all these side quests and do all this, you know, do the main stuff, and do all the things we want to do without worrying about getting over leveled because we're capped out, right? So like right now the server is at 105 until like tomorrow. But so we can't do anything beyond, you know, where we are, which is like the Slag Hills. We're getting ready to go into Mordor. So we can't do anything above that level, and so we're doing everything in the area on level, and it allows us, and then we're also completing all the deeds and the quests of that area, and so it's really nice. We like that progression of being able to stay, you know, on level as we're going through stuff. So like with this character, she's level 150, so if I go back and I'm doing stuff in Moria or whatever, I'm like so over leveled. I mean, that's fine. It's just kind of funny that, you know, yeah, it's like a little out of place. It's kind of weird. But anyway, but because this Rosenbloom is my main character here, and I'm planning to keep her as she is. Like, the Rosenbloom that I have, that's my completionist character over on Treebeard, is also Rosenbloom. But, and like, so she's got all these deeds done, she's got all these quests done, like, she's got a lot of stuff, and like, I buy all of the pets for her that come up and all of that. So she's got a lot of stuff filled in that I would want on my main character. But I've bought like emotes and stuff on this character. And so I think I will keep this Rosenbloom and just keep feeding stuff to her. The only sad thing is that my Adamantia on this server is the one who got the reading a book emote when that was available, like, you know, however many of those reward tracks ago. And I don't think I have a spare copy of that anywhere. Like, yeah, so that's a real shame because I won't be able to get that for this Rosenbloom until they allow, you know, until they bring it back out somehow. Because that was an emote read. Yeah. Yeah, limited time availability, legendary item reward track. So I won't be able to get that on this character until they decide to release it again, which is kind of a bummer because I really would love to have this one on her. But yeah, it's okay. You know, I can find other things to do with that to serve that function in a role-playing setting. I can find other things, I'm sure. But yeah. Being over level helps folks like me who are terrible gamers. I am happy to be an escort for lower level stuff. Happy to do it. I do not mind because I do understand that like you've kind of got that time versus experience balance sometimes. Like I would love to just wander around the troll shows. Oh, speaking of, we're going to do a little wandering. But hey, I want you all to take a mental snapshot of these trolls because we're going to go to my house in a few minutes. So I just need to remember to take you all to my house in a few minutes. I'm going north, aren't I? I really want to go south. Yay, mini. Yeah, so the amount of time it takes to complete some deeds can just be really frustrating, or it's a bit of a grind, and I don't mind doing that sometimes. Like going into the Shire and going for those slugs up in the north, doing that on level is actually kind of fun sometimes because it's just crazy stupid. Running around looking for slugs, like, you know, what the heck are we doing around here, right? It's so funny. how do I keep getting turned around in here? But anyway, so, but it's really, I'm also happy to just like run around in there and, you know, be the high level person shooting everything, and why not? With people who are trying to get that done, you know. Okay, seriously. South is up that cliff, isn't it? See, this is why I can't get around the troll shaws. I can't see a dang thing. All right, we have to go back. I just want to go back to the road. Maybe this will take me back to the road. Because then we could get to Bracken's camp. Nope, we're back at the trolls. We're just going to be stuck here at the trolls for the day. Like, that's our day. We're just stone trolling it. Maybe you have to go north to go south. Is that how this is? Is this how I got here? This is why B4 takes me around, because I just get so turned around in these places. Not all places. Like, some places I do just fine. But the troll shaws, I get turned around because of the topography. And what's another one? Moria. I'm better at Moria than I used to be, but I still find it challenging because of, again, the topography. Anytime you get me into a 3D space and it messes with me. I cannot quite grok it. All right, this is absolutely not where I wanted to be. I just wanted to get to Bracken's camp so we could like introduce ourselves and he would be like, oh, lovely to meet you. Well, you know what? Isn't there another? Well, what the heck? We'll keep trying to get lost up here and maybe I'll find my way. Because there's another stable master around here somewhere. Oh, there's an indigo plant. Not that. Indigo was one of the things I was thinking about trying to dye my hair with, because I was like, I thought it might be cool to do like dye my hair with plants and other kind of found in nature sorts of things. But I ended up going with something. Now they said it's vegan, the stuff they put in my hair, and non-toxic, so that's good, and not bad for the environment. So I figure we'll just take that. It's close enough to win. Hey, we got a stable master. All right, we're calling that a win, and we're gonna move on. I'm gonna show you all my house because I think this is funny. So you made a new character and started out in Cardalon. Nice. Oh, and then you got killed by a Craven. Awesome. Kind of forgot you weren't nearly invincible like your level 150 character. Yeah. Yes, that happens to me too sometimes. Okay, so here's the story before I show you guys. Some of you have already seen this, but I'm just going to show you anyway. The character I started playing as my main character on here was Adamantia. And Ada is she's like all of the Clearwaters are into farming, but also into animals. And so Ada had like a pet chicken that would follow her around. So we have chickens everywhere. And so I thought this was really funny to have a lawn chicken who was surrounded by these stone trolls as if they're going to pick her up, and she's like defending against the stone trolls. So that's I had that on my yard. I think I had them set up a little bit differently because they don't quite look the same as I did before. And I'm sure I took a screenshot somewhere, but oh yeah, I think I had his hand was a little bit closer to like picking her up. But I just thought that was too funny. So yeah, so these stone trolls are over here and this chicken is like, I don't think so. Cracks me up. So I did have that set up. Oh, you know what? Another person who did get a good screenshot was when, I think it was Hollyberry did the video, or was it Acorn? Who did the video of all the places before we left. Might have been, I think it was Hollyberry. And she did come by my house with a chicken, so I could look at her video. So, and then we've got a hammock, so y'all can just chill out if you need to. I think I turned, hang on, I need to turn that hammock. I think I had it a little bit more, let's do a little bit more that way. And can we bring it near the house a little bit more? Yeah, that's nice. All right, cool. So we've got a hammock, and then we've got a vegetable garden. So nice, cozy. Everything else, I've pretty much just been like dropping the decorations at the houses because I had so much stuff. And then I'm coming back to, I'm like, I will finish the decorating later. You just wake up, buddy. Sometimes Casper's laying there and he's sleeping, and then all of a sudden something happens and he wakes up. He's like, I gotta go get something to eat. And he just staggers off to get some food. Oh, we didn't do the last thing, which was pull the wooden box out from beneath Bilbo's bed in Elrond's house in Rivendell. We were just there, but we'll go back. That's fine. It's fine. So I think what I'll do is we will finish that year 10 Tales, Bilbo, and then we'll go back to the party train. We'll turn that in, and we'll see if there's the next one to pick up. And then that'll probably be it for me. So we'll check with B4, see if he's ready to get to stream after I complete those tasks. So yeah, so after me today, B4 will be on as usual. I know we've had kind of a couple of wacky weeks recently, but we are back as normal today, and I think we're good. I think we have one day later on this month that will not be available. And then I think there's 2 times like at the end of June. Oh, hi buddy. He just came and pushed himself right up against me. How cute. Elrond's Hall? No. Bilbo's room, right? Yeah. So yeah, so B4 points out that you'd hope about my hair being non-toxic and environmentally friendly. But yeah, I'm not sure that non-toxic for humans and not bad for the environment overlap 100%. I know. I asked a bunch of questions before they dyed my hair. Okay, so we need to find a box. A Palantir has been stolen. This is grave news indeed. I shall have to meditate upon the most effective course of action. Okay. Thanks. But hey, we've got a box of Bilbo's things here, so let's take a look. This is Sting. Take it if you like, and also this Mithril mail. We hobbits must stick together, especially Bagginses. Okay, so I can automatically complete this quest. It says, you completed a scavenger hunt card, and that is Eriador Year 10 Tales Bilbo, so we'll finish that. So now it tells me, go talk to Adelia Rumble. So Adelia handles the Eriador ones, and Waldo handles the main ones. So I'm going to travel myself over. So yeah, so we'll pop back down here. So you can see all this hunter travel I've been doing. And I just, you know, when I'm on like my Bjorning or Narna, my elf, I find it just so, I don't know, it's not anywhere near as expedient as all of this. And that's frustrating. Okay, so here's Adelia. And she says, well, it seems the cards will be staying up for a bit longer, so if you missed any you thought might be worth your while, now would be a good time to complete them. And I get a cloak rack. That's nice. Actually, I like that housing item. So then she's got her ring, comes back up. The Eriador Anniversary Scavenger Hunt, year 11. I think it goes through 12? 11 or 12. We're getting close to the end of terms of those numbers, at least. So here we are again, friend. I must be honest with you. I have been looking forward to this all year. Quickly, go to the tree and see what new adventures await you. Adventure awaits you. Yeah, so they would add a new one every year for a while, and then they were like, done. Okay, so we can choose from year 11, Tales Gollum. Search for the precious in Gollum's cave. Gather remembrances in Gollum's cave. Visit the memory of the creature at Garber's cottage to experience a trap for the creature. We have the travels, ruins of Middle-earth. Gather remembrances. Explore the ruins of Midgewater Marsh, Misty Mountains, Annuminous Bear Downs, South Trollshaws, the Trollshaws, and Kingsfell. Long list of the Ents. Oh, this one is so funny. The scavenger hunt card has a list of things to find. They could be anywhere. So you have to find Buck the Leaper, Bear the Bee Hunter, Boar the Fighter, Hound is Hungry, Eagle in Eerie, Hawk is Swiftest, Serpent Coldest, the Hobbit Children, the Laughing Folk, the Little People, and the long list of Ents assistance scroll. All right, I am not going to pick any of those right now because I'm definitely not going to be focusing on them. Year 2 is a whole bunch. It's called Reflections, and you go do a whole bunch of instances. So you got to go to the reflecting pool, and then you go do the instance, which is cool. It's more fun with somebody, and so I tend to wait and do those with before. Trifles, a good old skirmish. Oh, that ain't bad. Maybe I would do that one. I do like skirmishes. I'll go ahead and pick it up and see if I do it. I can't remember if it'll come in on level, though. Well, if it's on level, then I can't just zoom through it, and I have to take my time. So anyway, so let me pause here a moment. Okay. Okay, cool. So yeah, so B4 will be getting set up here in a few minutes. So actually, we could go and take a look. What did I get? Oh, I got that indigo plant. Like, what's this? That's so funny. I do have a dye carry-all, but that's actual finished dyes. My scholar carry-all, however. Oh, hey, I've got the Dress of Budding Spring. Yeah, I did pick up some of the spring stuff. I don't think it's in my wardrobe yet, though, because I didn't have room. And then the tunic and leggings of Budding Spring. Oh, I've got Legolas's cloaks here. I don't need those. Hang on a second. My inventory is a real mess at the moment. I'm still dealing with all of the travel. Look at that gorgeous cloak, though. I love all the little intertwining things there. My character just doesn't wear cloaks. Like, hardly ever does she wear a cloak. She wears backpacks sometimes because, they're pretty practical. But she hardly ever wears cloaks. So I haven't really come up with, she just doesn't wear them very often. But I went ahead and got that one because it was so pretty. But yeah, like, this with all the stuff in it, like, that's more her style. That's the Mushroom Hunters pack. Let me see if we can get a better look at it. Yeah, you can see there's like a whole bunch of mushrooms sticking out of there. Super cute. That's more her style. In fact, I need to get that into my wardrobe so she can wear that sometime soon. Summertime's a good time for wearing, foods and flowers on your back, I think. So, yeah, Commodore was disappointed by the mushroom backpack. You can't see in it very well. I would love to have been able to see into it better. What about it was disappointing to you? Let me see what I can change the back. You can't change the color? Like, what am I doing here? Or is it considered a shoulder item? Nope. That's my shoulders. Yeah, it's on my back. Does it not dye, or is it not showing in the preview? I don't know. It does look a little big and chunky. I don't know. It's not quite her style. But I do like the idea of carrying mushrooms around, so that's kind of fun. You really wanted it, and when you got it, it doesn't dye at all. No matter what dye you use, it doesn't change. Interesting. Okay. Now, given that... Okay, so here's what I know. Is when you click on something and it gives you dye options, then that usually says to me it can dye. And if you click on something like, let's see, if Radagast's cloaked hook... Oh, no, that lets me still... Oh, sorry. Back color. I can dye it. Like, say, like... So, okay, so see how the glove color is grayed out? I can't do anything with it. I mean, it could be because I'm not wearing gloves. But basically that's how they indicate that you can't dye something. And so if something has a drop down and it does the thing, then that usually means it is dyeable, which says to me that the backpack should be dyeable and there's something just not working right about it. That's what I'm guessing. I'm going to get rid of that cloak because we're not going to wear that. So I'm going to guess that it is supposed to be dyeable. And I'm going to guess that in the future they'll fix that. It's probably a bug. And I'm going to guess it's going to be these, like this purple stripe here. I'm going to guess it's going to be those purple bits are the dyeable bits. That's my guess. I'm going to guess that the rest of this is going to stay the color that it is. And don't pay any attention to my bow sticking out the two ends of it there. Don't pay any attention to that. Oh yeah, so I was going to say like this one is one that I like to wear frequently. And I do tend to change its color. Like, because you can change the basic color up. I like this because you can change like the majority of the color of it, like that, as opposed to just the accent colors. And so I really like this one. You wanted to dye it red? It'd be funny if it was like for ragwort and just it could, wanted to dye it black. It couldn't dye it black. That'd be really funny. But anyway, so I really like this one because you can dye so much of it. Let's see, I have the Fancy Woodcutter's backpack, which also has a lot of dyeable area, but I don't like the fact that it's got a hatchet sticking out of it. It just feels very dangerous. So that's good for like adventures, but it's not good for like daily wear. I do love the flower bag, flower backpack. That one's fun to wear. The Map Maker's one is super cute. Notice how we went back to back color as default. So see how like this thing, the flowers, you can't dye it. And so it grays it out and it won't let you interact with it, which is why I'm thinking that that mushroom pack is supposed to be dyeable and something's just not working right. Oh yeah, so I've got the Mushroom Hunter's pack. Oh, I've got it in there. Oh, I need to disenchant it. That's why I still have it. I like the Pack of the Yield, but it is too big for a Hobbit. It is just chunky. It's too bad. And then same thing with the Pack of Whimsy. I mean, I feel like I'm moving house if she's wearing that. The Spark Makers and the teal one are too cute. But the Travel pack I like, again, because it dyes up parts of it. And where's the little one that I love, though? That's not it. What's it called? Thought I had the word pack in it, but obviously not. Outfit, back. Wish I could do like minus cloak. I have too many cloaks in here still. Oh, the fishing creel is too cute. And that's nice and small, but it is very full of fish. And it doesn't, like, there's not a lot of it that dyes up, like just the stripes. So, but that's not the one I like the best. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? That's the Map Maker's Travel Pack. Pack of Whimsy. Oh, I should just throw this out of my, like, what the heck? Why do I even have that there? Get rid of that. I'm not keeping that. Not when I want to put, like, baker stuff in here. That takes a higher priority. Oh, here we go. No, not that one. That's it. The Treasure Hunter's Rucksack is one that I love to use because it's so small and most of it colors up. So I like that because, see, I can just change the color of pretty much the entire thing. I swear there was something else, though, that she was wearing a lot. It's not that one. It's too big. Hang on. Rosenbloom, what do you got on your back? Oh, I guess it is the elegant pack. What else? And that's the fishing creel. She's not wearing. God, she looks like Adamantia. What the heck? That's so weird. Oh, that was because I was dressed up for the holidays. So it was silly. Again with the elegant. I guess the elegant one is the one I was going with the most. Look at that. I've just like everybody's got the elegant one. All right. So I guess it's elegant. I could redo that outfit. Anyway. So, I think I want to put that away though because she's not running around with it right now. We don't need a backpack right now. Yeah, Commodore points out that there's the belt pouch, which is also a back item, but it's on the side, and I like that one okay, but okay. So a couple questions. So Old Bear asks, how do you get the larger picture in the wardrobe? And Bear DeLorean Gaming, love it. asks, or is it Beardlordian? Sorry, sometimes I play a Bjorning, and the hobbits call me Rosenbear when I'm the bear instead of Rosenbloom. So anyway, it says, I'm having a moment. Can we not buy the expansions with Lotro coins anymore? I don't see them in the store. Okay, so the two questions there, let me answer them in different succession. Old Bear, the wardrobe I'm using is like the BDRX. Yeah, that one. That's at the bottom there. Well, that's what I went to use. I'm not sure if I'm actually using it. I went down a rabbit hole. I went to go use, I'm pretty sure, the BDRX wardrobe, and I ended up downloading the JRR Skins collection, which I love it because it allows me to use different skins in the game. So, for example, you'll see that, like, well, I guess I'm standing in a big green field, so that doesn't necessarily help you. Let me see. So I don't know if you can tell, but I have, here we go. Like, there's lots of greenery on the bottom where my buttons are. The backgrounds, when I pull up windows, have some cutesy stuff going on. So like, well, actually the shop might not be a good example, but the auction house. There's a Gandalf hanging out in the background, standing around in what looks kind of like the Shire. We have Legendary Forge. Yeah, we've got some background stuff going on there. So these are all from the JRR Skins collection. And there is a wide range of options. If you go into your options menu, which is Control O is the shortcut if you want to do it that way, and you go to UI settings, and then about 2/3 of the way down, you'll see current user skin. If you haven't downloaded anything, it'll say none, which is the top option there. But all of these that I have that are listed here are from the JRR Skins collection. And I think he actually came out with a new one recently called like Cute and Pink or something like that, which isn't necessarily character driven, but it's in a different look. It's lovely. But I kind of am enjoying the stuff that's a little bit more character themed. So anyway, so you have a wide range of options there to play with. And so one of the things that comes with that is the larger wardrobe. Another thing that comes with that is the map is by default about 3/4 of the size, maybe 2/3 of the size. So you can see what's going around the edges, and the map just takes up like that whole space. But he also has instructions on where to go in the code, like which lines to delete if you don't want that, if you want the full-size map, which I do, especially on this character, because when I'm streaming, I want you all to be able to see the map as best you can, because you're already looking on the screen, you know, and whatnot. So, yeah, I want you to be able to see the map better, and it also helps me to see the map better. So I've gone ahead and made my map large, but you can have it, the default is a smaller map, which is perhaps a little bit more, provides a little more usability for in-game gaming. So, yeah. Okay, so you're welcome. And the question about the expansions with Lotro coins, with Lotro points, if you own the expansion, it won't show it to you in the store. So if I go to, I'm not even sure where expansions are, but like, I don't know, if I look for War of the Three Peaks, maybe. That's going to be a lot of stuff. War of the Tree Peaks. Yeah, it's saying basically there's nothing here. Hey, would you like this other thing? Because I own War of the Three Peaks expansion already. So my understanding is, yeah, if you own it already, you can't see it in the store. And that's why I can't even, maybe under account or collections. I'm not even sure where, because I usually, so here's the problem I have, and I'm sorry, is that when the new expansions comes out, I tend to go ahead and buy a package because I want all the goodies and I want the mounts and the pets and the emotes and that stuff. So I usually have the package already, because what they do is they sell it for real world money first, and then like 3-6 months down the road, then they put it in the Lotro store for Lotro points. So by the time it comes out for Lotro points, I already have it. And so if you already have it, you can't see it in the store. And if I was on one of my free to play accounts, I could look. There we go. You know what? Before says, and before it's getting ready to start streaming. And so before says I'm streaming just after Little Redhead, which is me. And we can take a look at how it looks with an account that doesn't have everything. Perfect. Okay. So why don't we do that? I will wrap it up. So before can get started, he'll probably have a clock for like a 5 minutes. So you have like a 5-minute break to go get something to drink and whatnot. But then come right back and then he'll pull it up on an account that doesn't have everything and we can find it where it is in the store and what that looks like for you. Awesome. All right. Thanks, everybody. So I'm going to zoom out of the way so before can get in and answer that question. I should be back next week, I believe. So have a great rest of your week, everybody. Enjoy the festival. Try to have some fun. And if I see you in-game, then a hello in-game. And if I don't see you, I'll see you here. Or both. Sounds great. All right. Take care, everybody. Excuse me. And we'll see you next week. Stick around for B4 and his game and his stream plugging along. All right. Bye.